presentation of FairExams. We aim to better the education system in India by providing fair and efficient solution to the Indian examination protocol. What are the current scenarios of the Indian exams? We got the NEET controversy. NEET is the largest medical exam of India and is a vital part in creating doctors for the future of India. Approximately 2.5 billion people give NEET every single year. Controversy in such a big exam is a huge problem in India. Also, there is another exam called UGC NET, which is basically a research exam for PhD students. So this exam was called off because of compromise in the integrity of the exam. Many malpractices happened, like paper getting leaked. Many students bribed the teacher, bribed the entire institution to get an unfair advantage on the paper. So the current problems in Indian education system is pretty straightforward. We got paper getting leaked, the database getting hacked, and the answer being changed after the participant has given the answer in exchange of some money. So we need to change it. Okay. Now the first problem that we need to conquer is the paper leaks. It is a major problem in India. What are the two possibilities in which paper gets leaked? There are many possibilities. The answer itself got leaked, which is very much possible if database gets hacked, and the answer were available early. This happens because of bribery. Many students give some money to the examiners and get the paper early. So how to solve it? First of all, we need to understand why this problem arises in India. So there is an NTA, it's a National Testing Agency in India, which also organizes all the exams in India. So what it does is it makes questions and also distributes the question. So it's pretty easy to hack NTA because you need to only hack one database, and that's it. You got all the questions. So what can we do? Okay. So first major step we can take is encrypting the questions. The questions will be all the options will be go through a key and an IV and will convert it into a gibberish, which you cannot interpret obviously. Now, even if the database gets hacked, you can only see the gibberish. You can't decrypt it back to readable form. That's one solution. Now, even if you encrypt the thing, you have a key in which you have encrypted it. Now, what if the key gets leaked? It's very much possible. We also can solve it by distributing the key among many validators. So what happens is we have Shami's algorithm in which we will distribute this single key into various keys, and if all the validators come at the same point, come at the same time and give their keys, it gets returned back to the original key, and then we will decrypt the messages so that the participants can read through questions and options. Now the grace mark controversy, the principal bribery controversies, many things have happened. Now if we take questions from a single institution, there is a huge chance that it will go rogue and just distribute its questions in exchange of some money. In order to solve that, we will divide the questions. Let's say there are 300 questions. We take 100 questions from, let's say, India, 100 questions from the USA, 100 questions from UK. Now, even then after, we will divide 100 questions to 10 different regions in India, in 10 different regions in USA, in 10 different regions in UK. So there is only 10 questions per region. So even if that region gets rogue, involves in malpractices, only 1/30th of the question will get leaked, if my math is not wrong. It's a pretty good decentralization of exam. Come to today's. Hello everyone, well, code once. So looking at the schema, you can clearly see we have an exam model where we store all the exams. Sorry about that. We will have the idea of the exam, the fee the student have to pay to appear in the exam, name, marks, questions, and all. The important bits are the validators. We have total validators. Let's say you apply validators as 5. The key will distribute among the 5 validators, and if you apply essential validators as 4, the only 4 validators are needed to make the original key. So that's how validators work. Now, the problems. We store all the questions, all the options, and the correct answer with that. It linked with the exam ID variable. Then we have admin, which creates all the exams. We have validators who validates all the exams by saving the keys. It is also connected with the exam ID, and also we have students, which is also connected with the exam ID. Now let's talk about encryption and decryption. So this is how we create a program basically. If you go down, you can see an encrypt function, which basically takes a text and encrypts it into some random gibberish. And we also have the decrypt function, which decrypts the encryption. Now, how it works? So we first of all encrypt all the questions, all the options, all the correct answers. Then, when the time of the exam comes, we have this time lock buzzer. Now that unlocks at the exact time the exam starts. So at that time only you can decrypt it. At that time only, if 4 out of 5 validators meet, you can decrypt all the strings, all the gibberish back to readable form. Now, how do we share the keys? Using the Shami's secret sharing. This is how it works. It takes an encryption key. Let's say I share among 3 people, the threshold is 3. So basically the key is distributed among 3 people, and only if 3 person meet, the key will get back to the original key. If I do it something like 2, the key will be distributed still among 3 people, but only 2 people were needed for the key to be converted into the original key. And that's how the encryption and decryption works in FairExams. Come to today's. Hello everyone, welcome.